Welcome to the Hour of Happy, where ambition meets joy and big dreams don't come with apologies. I am Devon, entrepreneur, marketing expert, and your inside source for what it really takes to build a life that you love. Whether you're building a business, making a career leap, or just chasing the spark that lights you up again, this is your space to grow, laugh, learn, and remember who the heck you are. This is the Hour of Happy. Let's dive in. So I'm going to start with a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Michigan, right in the heart of the Midwest. And if there's one thing Midwesterners are known for, it's our work ethic. We show up, we stay late, and we do the hard things without applause. That, paired with my incredible values that my parents instilled in my sister and I, that's what really shaped me. Growing up, I was a competitive gymnast and started the sport at age 3. Which meant discipline wasn't a buzzword, it was my way of life. You fall down, you get back up. If you're hurt, you shake it off. If you're scared, you do it anyways. That was the rhythm of my childhood, and it built the foundation for everything that came next. Throughout high school, I followed the rules, you guys. I was the good girl. I never wanted to get in trouble. I never wanted to disappoint my parents or anyone. So I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I went throughout life checking the boxes. I graduated high school, I graduated college, and headed straight into my career. I actually graduated from Michigan State here in Michigan and bought my first home in East Lansing with the money I had saved from working 3 jobs throughout college. Right into my PR career, I was hungry to learn, eager to climb, and laser focused on making a name for myself in the industry. I knew I wanted to run my business eventually someday, but I didn't quite know what I wanted to do at the time, and I had bills to pay. So I rocked the PR world for my first 3 years out of college. During that time, I took a trip to New York City, and after the days doing the PR work, I would stroll through the little boutiques in Soho, and it really hit me. These people were out here pursuing their dreams. And you guys, their stores were like the size of closets, some of them in Soho. And if you know, if you've been there. But that really lit a fire and spark inside of me. And when I came back to Michigan, I decided I want to try that too. I ended up launching Bell Row in a traditional brick and mortar fashion and had an amazing 3-year run in East Lansing. But then life pivoted. I ended up getting engaged to someone who had landed a job on the East Coast. I ended up moving across the country to support his career. So that means I closed down my brick and mortar. I left my PR job at the time that I was still doing to self-fund Bell Row. And I transitioned the boutique to online only. I also sold my house that I was so proud of that I had bought at just 23 years old. And I thought I was stepping into my next chapter. So that can sound heavy, but I thought, this is what's next, and I was happy. Fast forward, 4 months before the wedding happened, everything crumbled, and he ended it. I came back to Michigan gutted. No job, no house. I had to move back in with my parents, and I was so grateful for them and having that relationship, but I felt absolutely humiliated. Like all the pieces of my life that I had worked so hard to build had shattered. At first, I could barely function. You guys, it was so bad. After all the trauma I had been through, I couldn't sleep even with the lights off, and I was terrified of being alone. And this is huge from the girl that I grew up being and what I had known. And on top of all of that, I felt unemployable because I was so emotionally wrecked. So one night when I couldn't sleep, I had gone downstairs and I had pulled out old photo albums that were in my parents' house from when I was little. I was flipping through, and staring back at me, I saw little Devon. Bright eyes, big smile, and I lost it. I stared at her and I thought, how could I let this happen to you? When did I stop listening to you? That photo cracked me wide open, and I realized I had been abandoning the most important part of myself. Right then, I made a vow moving forward. From now on, little girl, I take care of you first. So I did the only thing I could. I let myself fall apart. I let myself feel every ounce of that excruciating pain, and I used it to pour into my business. I had decided right then and there that I was going to use that negative fuel and turn it into fire. And slowly, so slowly, I started to come back to life. I ended up scheduling pop-up shops for the remainder of that year. I pushed all of my online sales, and I ended up closing out the year hitting the highest sales number to date for the boutique. That gave me some confidence, you guys. It gave me a spark back, and I didn't want to stop there. Instead, I chose to take the leap and bring on freelance opportunities. I knew that I didn't want to go back into a full-time job. There was something inside of me that just didn't feel ready. It didn't feel right. And I was done not listening to little Devon. I was going to listen to her now. I had learned my lesson. So referrals came in and they kept coming in. And that's when Epic Bloom Marketing was born. Out of the ashes of what I thought was the end, it actually was a beautiful beginning. And you know what I learned throughout that process, you guys? Heartbreak is not the enemy. Detours don't mean you took the wrong path. And obstacles, they don't mean stop. They mean pivot. They actually mean pay attention. Because here's the truth. Life doesn't always fall apart with drama. Sometimes it fades slowly. Maybe you're not in a crisis, but you feel stuck. You're working the job, paying the bills, doing all the right things, and yet something feels off. You've lost a spark. Or maybe you're questioning everything. That counts too. Maybe you're not crying in your car like I was, but you're going numb. Maybe you've been so focused on taking care of everyone else that you've forgotten what it feels like to dream. Friend, that's your inner voice trying to speak up, and I promise you, it is not too late. If something's been holding you back, fear, shame, expectations, please let it go. You don't have to carry that anymore, and please don't let it harden you. Sometimes losing everything will show you that it wasn't anything you needed in the first place. Your pain has a purpose, and you get to choose what you want to do with it. Because happiness, it's not a final destination. It's not some mountaintop you reach after checking all the boxes like I was trying to do. Happiness lives in the choices you make every single day. It's how you show up. It's how you talk to yourself. And the hour of happy is your space to reconnect to that practice, no matter where you are in life. So whether you're navigating heartbreak, facing burnout, or just sitting quietly in the fog of what now, I want you to know this. You are not alone, you are not broken, and you get to decide what happens next. Recycle that pain, use it, let it refine you. Because that fire you feel, that ache, that whisper, it's not weakness. It's that inner child, the real you speaking louder than your fear. You were made for more, and this is your time. So, as I'm sure you picked up on here on the Hour of Happy, we're going to cover a lot. You are going to get real-world business advice, marketing, PR, entrepreneurship, and mindset shifts. But it won't just be how-tos and checklists. It's going to be about how we show up, how we lead, how we grow through what we go through. You'll also hear honest conversations about burnout, identity, grief, purpose, and growth. We'll talk about what it really means to create a life that lights you up and the discipline it takes to keep going even when no one's clapping for you. You'll meet women and men who are building lives and businesses that reflect their values, who don't wait for validation, who say, "This is my dream, I'm going to take it." We're going to talk about what it really means to live intentionally, to find joy, and to create success on your terms. So if you're ready to stop waiting for permission and start listening to that voice inside you that's been whispering, "You were made for more," this show is for you. Thank you for listening to the Hour of Happy podcast. If today sparked something in you, a truth, a challenge, or a fresh new idea, share it. Tag me, DM me, or send it to a friend who should hear it too. And remember, joy isn't a reward. You don't have to hustle harder to earn it. You just have to choose it. Until next time, I hope you find your hour of happy in every day.